My book in development is called Pebbles and Fat. Yes, you can say it. I was one of the youngest travelers then. My rubber slippers slipped through fetid piss and poop as the wooden train chugged and lugged eastwards to Mattress City. Over 1 hour to pack stranded my shoes forever at the cobbler's. I curled my chubby toes into my slipper soles to keep the mice from running over them. Mother's head was still covered with scarves she bought in the marketplace in Vienna, the city where I fished for golden coins stuck behind plump cushions every Friday afternoon before Shabbos. Sunset came on time then. In these new streets, the endless whirlwind of white feathers settled softly around me. A tornado on the horizon of the black and white Western film. Once Lutz lured travelers who dreamed of duvets. Hush, hush, hush. I rolled off the splintered barrack slabs, grasping at spider webs on my way down. Newborn rats scramble over torn piles of Yiddish papers, tied haphazardly into packages with fraying shoelaces and worn apron strings. Crouching into a ball on the side of the soup kitchen, I feel the crumbling yellow bricks over piles of rubbish thrown all over for collectors of the random like me. I am still the youngest here, but my toes are no longer chubby. Rubber slippers are now pasted to their bloodied bottoms. I learned to crawl under live wires. I run faster than the feathers. Down the road to the hill that hosts foods for soup, and even more soup. I know by now where the rabbits hide and dig quickly with my calloused fingers. I know what to eat, what not to eat, and who I can trust. Aunt Tilly knew it all from her Vienna days and nights, cooking for anyone who could pay for her tasty soups with knedlach. My fingers learned everything from hers. Those soft, silky feathers swirl across the skies, slip silently up my nose, tickle my throat, silenced by fear of making noises. Hush, hush, hush. I was up early on this dirty day collecting piles of wild mushrooms from dried fields just down the road. Aunt Tilly whispered the soup shopping list to me 4 nights ago. Mushrooms, zwiebeln, fresh grass, fresh sage, but grass will do, and a few bubbas of potatoes. Lifetimes have passed since then. Here, in this little patch of field, is where I collect. Quickly, don't cast shadows beyond the birches, trees' glare. I make my way through feathered skies and sticky spider webs stuck to wired fences. Aunt Tilly leans against the broken window pane, her wooden spoon tapping against the crumbling bricks. Hers were the first sounds I heard this day. Brech is klar. The coast is clear. A tiny breath slips out over my dry lips and onto her arm. 5 potatoes, 1 handful of greenish grass, 4 zwiebeln, 12 wild mushrooms, pulled out swiftly. Hush, hush. They make their way safely to the little brick house, and no one understands how they got there. Aunt Tilly takes out a pan of duck fat drippings from the cabinet that hangs by one rusty hinge. She plucks the white feathers out of the pan. She lights the stove with a rolled up newspaper. She washes the potatoes and cuts the zwiebeln. The red and yellow scarf on her almost bald head slips off. The left hand, where once the golden band sat, gathers the mushrooms. She rubs the soil off with her right sleeve and drops what is left into the pan. She adds a few pebbles to thicken the soup. Thank you.